blah, 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 blah. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. 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 Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up.
What's up, and welcome to the Herman Athletic Center on the campus of William Peace University in Raleigh, North Carolina. Darren Vaught with you here on the Pacers Sports Network to bring you our second consecutive night of women's basketball action. This one involving your Lady Pacers and the visiting Wildcats of Randolph College, who enter tonight 2-2 overall on the season. They've lost 2 in a row, though, including their first Old Dominion Athletic Conference bout with Guilford College in their last time out. That was last Tuesday. William Peace, though, with an 89-55 victory over Mid-Atlantic Christian just last night. So they advanced to 3-2 on the young season under first-year head coach Brandy Smith. The first-year coach for Randolph College as well, Andrea Kendall, makes her way over from Centenary College. Prior to that, a 3-year stint at Emory and Henry in the ODAC. As we get set to get things started here, Randolph College in their all-black uniforms with yellow and white trim. The light gray homes being donned by the Pacers. And starting lineups being finished as we get set to take the court. For Randolph College, it will be Taylor Samuels, who's their leading scorer. She's a junior guard out of Springfield, Virginia. Camille Gallagher, a junior forward, 5'9", out of Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Went to Carborough High School, so sort of a homecoming of sorts for her. Alexis Calloway, another junior. She's a forward, 5'9", out of Williamsburg, Virginia. Jacqueline Hockman, number 10, a senior guard. And then Deja Johnson, a junior guard, rounds things out for Randolph For William Peace, it'll be Whitney Walker jumping things up against Callaway of Randolph. It's swatted by Callaway over to the far sideline. And in an attempt to reel it in, Randolph's Taylor Samuels falls out of bounds, so it's going to be Pacers ball to get us started. Nadine Ely inbounds to Tyler Mercer. Pass over to the right side, Whitney Walker, Michaela Ray, and Susanna Sykes also in the starting lineup for the Pacers. Three-point shot from the left wing, off the mark from Tyler Mercer. Rebound goes down to Randolph, and we're underway. Bounce pass underneath, stolen by Walker. Here come the Pacers in transition. Hands off to a streaking Tyler Mercer, who nice little step in the lane, puts up the 15-foot floater. Long rebound off the left side of the rim, obtained by Susanna Sykes. Spin move, passes it underneath. Walker gets that shot off the right side of the rim, rebounded by Michaela Ray. And she, before getting the shot up in the air, takes a step too many and commits the traveling violation, which gives it back to the Wildcats. 9:17 to play in the first quarter. Still zeros here. Pass to the right wing for Randolph. Back up top is Gallagher. She picks up her dribble, well defended by Mercer, is bailed out on her left by Deja Johnson. Sails the pass all the way over to the right side. In the corner, it's Gallagher. She's driving right. Kicks it out to the top of the key with 5 on the shot clock. The jumper thuds from Hockman off the back of the board. And it's rebounded by the Pacers. Mercer pushing the tempo. A little bit of contact, fading away on the left side. Hits the front side of the rim. The scrambling for the rebound is Susanna Sykes. The three-point shot attempt from Walker, no good for the Pacers. And the board goes down to the Wildcats, so still no score. A minute and a half in here at the Herman Athletic Center. Samuels on the left wing. She's defended by Ely of the Pacers. They swing it around. And now up to the left elbow. And before Gallagher takes off toward the basket, stutter steps. And the traveling violation gives it back to the Pacers. Walker to send in the inbound pass. She finds Mercer. Some light full court pressure from Randolph. They're going to try a half-court trap. Pass over to Walker. They break the trap, do the Pacers. Up top is Ely. Awkward shot, just barely grazes the front of the rim, and the rebound is obtained by Michaela Ray. She's going to be fouled as she comes down with it. So it's charged to Deja Johnson of Randolph. It's the first foul of the contest for either team. Ely passes it in from underneath the Pacers' own basket. Back to Ely in the right corner. Three-point shot rims in and out. Rebounded by the Wildcats. That was Jacqueline Hockman on the board, and she finds an outlet pass in Deja Johnson, who enters the front court to run the offense. Top of the key. Gallagher. Turnaround jumper. In and out. Rattled and hit both sides of the rim before coming down. And scrapping for the rebound are both Alexis Callaway of the Wildcats and Michaela Ray of the Pacers. So it's a jump ball and gives possession back to Randolph College. Still no score. 7:42 left to play here in the first quarter. And an official's timeout. Had to clear something up with the scoreboard. 7:40 on the clock as the inbound pass goes to the right corner for Randolph. They clear a pass up to the top of the key. Nothing but net on the jump shot from Deja Johnson. And finally, somebody's on the board. Mercer dribbles through traffic to break the press and gets it to Susanna Sykes, who hands back to Mercer to run the offense in the front court. 7:22 and ticking. 2-0 Randolph College here in Raleigh. Mercer goes to the left side. Michaela Ray out on the perimeter. They swing it around back to Mercer on the right. Far sideline, 6 on the shot clock. Mercer gets a screen left, puts up the floater. Can't get it to bank in, but the rebound goes down to Walker, though she has it smacked away. Randolph gets the steal as Johnson takes her time getting across midcourt. Mercer nearly got the steal, but Johnson, a free lane, drives and passes it to the baseline where the shot is off the back of the rim, and a high rebound obtained after the miss by Gallagher. In transition, Walker on the receiving end of the bounce pass from the perimeter, puts up the layup, doesn't get it to go, but there is contact and a whistle. So Walker will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 for William Peace. They trail 2-0 with 6:43 to play in the first quarter. Walker's first free throw bangs the front of the rim and hits the floor. So the Pacers still yet to score. They put up 89, not even 24 hours ago. And they're yet to score 3+ minutes into this one. Walker's second free throw on the way. Hits the front of the rim just like the first, but gets a friendly roll and gives the Pacers their first point. 2-1, Randolph College, as the Wildcats make their way into the front court. Pass over to the right side. Wide open three. Bang! That's Danielle Rosari, who just checked into the contest for the Wildcats. Sophomore from Winchester, Virginia. Hits from deep and makes it 5-1, Randolph College with the lead. Mercer dribbling around near midcourt, directing traffic. Floats a pass to Nadine Ely on the right side. They swing it back, left wing. Mercer's three-point shot attempt blocked, but down into the hands of Michaela Ray. She gets the bucket and the foul. 6:06 left in the first quarter, and that makes it 5-3, but Michaela Ray with a chance to tack on another here. And that's the third team foul on Randolph. Already with 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Of course, the second they hit 5, Pacers will be shooting 2 shots every time. Ray's free throw, back iron, but a long rebound obtained by Whitney Walker, and there's going to be an official's timeout here as the Pacers have possession, so they will throw it in once the issue has been resolved. Yet another clock issue. And we'll have a substitution for Randolph. Corin Harris, the senior forward, checks in. As Camille Gallagher checks out for the Wildcats. Not 100% sure what the issue was, but play has resumed. Pass for the Pacers over to the right wing. It's Susanna Sykes. She sends an overhead dish to the left wing. Tyler Mercer dribbles right. Sends it to the opposite wing where Ely's going to drive. She gets the bucket to go, but the call is that there's no shot. She was fouled on the floor by Deja Johnson, her defender, and that's the 4th team foul on Randolph College. 5-3, Wildcats with the lead here. As the inbound pass goes to the right wing, Sykes down into the corner. Now underneath, Walker wide open under the basket and can't get it to go. Laid it up too softly off the front of the rim. And now Deja Johnson dribbling down the far sideline. Bounce pass inside, banked in for 2. As Lauren Moore, who just entered the game for the Wildcats, gets 2 to make it 7-3. Sykes from midcourt passes to Walker, who drives and sends it to the right wing. Mercer now cuts to the basket, puts up a floater, banks it in. Pacers do a good job in transition, breaking the press there and make it 7-5. They trail by 2 with 5:05 to play in the first. Johnson into the front court for the Wildcats, gets a pass over to Rosari, who sends it over to the right wing now. And it's Moore who loses her handle, and it goes down to Michaela Ray, who's going to pull up in the front court to reset the offense. She hands off to Susanna Sykes, and the Pacers will go to Mercer, the point guard. Swinging it around to the far side now, into Whitney Walker. Spin move from the block, puts up the little hook. A lot of contact, but no call. Walker didn't like it and shoots up the air ball. Rebounded by Johnson, who on the other end picks up her dribble at the elbow, sends it out to Rosari from the wing. 3-point shot attempt rattles out and rebounded by Mercer, who's already on the other side of the floor for the Pacers. Though she pulls out to the perimeter to slow things down. 4:13 to play in the first. Susanna Sykes, left wing, with a hand in her face, puts it up off the far side of the rim, rebounded by Randolph. Rosari with the board, and now she's going to push the tempo, driving left side, puts up the left-handed shot. Lost her handle mid-air, though, and it will hit the beam on the backside of the backboard, so it's deemed out of bounds and will give possession back to the Pacers. Under 4 to play in the first quarter. 3:59 on the clock. It's 7-5. Randolph College with the lead. More full court pressure from Randolph. who's a very defensive-minded team. They don't have a scorer averaging double figures points-wise. Mercer, pass to midcourt, and they go up front to Jade Grant, who loses her handle and is out of bounds. Pacers looked to have broken the press with ease there, and it's mishandled by Jade Grant in her first play of the game for the Pacers. To give it back to the Wildcats, 3:48 to play. It's 7-5, Randolph's lead. Mara McMahon running point now for the Wildcats. Receives a pass over on the right wing. McMahon drives baseline, sends it to the opposite side. Banging down low, the shot is up and off the back of the rim from Corin Harris, rebounded by Nadine Ely, and the Pacers now have it. 3:25 and ticking left in the first quarter. Mercer to the left wing. Ely fakes right, drives left, picks up her dribble, tries to go underneath the Walker, and it's swatted away out of bounds. Good defense there by Mara McMahon. And a substitution, Michaela Ray exits the contest for the Pacers. Hannah Erickson will check in for the first time tonight. Sophomore for the Pacers out of Morehead City, North Carolina. Inbound pass goes to Walker on the left wing. She bounces it back to Ely, who has it stolen away as she tries to pass it inward to Hannah Erickson. That was Morris on the steal. Randolph now with it. Cutting to the basket, layup attempt is too strong from Hockman, and it's rebounded by the Pacers now in the front court with under 3 left in the first quarter. Mercer drives left, dishes out to Grant. Wide open mid-range jumper off the rim. High rebound, grabbed by Erickson, and as she comes down with it, she's going to be fouled, and that is 5 team fouls in the quarter, so Erickson will be shooting 2 at the free throw line. And I mentioned the 89-55 victory for the Pacers last night, in which Erickson had a great game but struggled from the charity stripe, hitting only 2 of 10 as she gets the first to go, nothing but net, 7-6. Pacers trail by 1 with 2:48 to play in the first quarter. Erickson second. Good form, good rotation, but it's off the far side of the rim, rebounded by Morris of Randolph, and as she comes down with it, she's hacked by Nadine Ely of the Pacers, and that'll be William Peace's first team foul. Ely's first personal. So now Hockman and Rosari bring it up for Randolph. Chest pass to the right wing, stolen away in stride by Walker. She sends a bounce pass forward to Mercer, who pulls up at 10 feet and drains it, nothing but net to make it 8-7. The Pacers have their first lead of the game with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And Coach Andrea Kendall and the Randolph Wildcats are going to get a timeout as they surrender their lead. Early in this one, it's a low-scoring contest so far. 8-7. Pacers lead it. 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. So a quick timeout. And now we will resume play. Randolph with the ball. 5 team fouls for them as Rosari crosses left then right on her defender Mercer. Found some space but couldn't make anything of it as no teammates were really open. They try to go inside to Morris. It's swatted away by Erickson, stolen by Ely on the right side. Euro step into the lane and lays it in for 2. 3-point lead for the Pacers early. 10-7, 2:03 to play in the first period. Rosari driving left side, tries the layup attempt. It's blocked by Erickson. Grant now for the Pacers. Middle of the floor, puts up the shot. It's off the right side of the rim. Ely gets the rebound, tries the jumper, and it sails over the other side of the rim. Pass forward for Randolph. Morris banks it in for 2 on the layup. Randolph doing a good job of recovering there after the rebound, sending it all the way down the floor. They can't break the press, and Randolph gets the steal now from the Pacers. Hockman driving right side, kicks it out. 3-point shot attempt off the front of the rim from McMahon, and it bounces out of bounds in the corner. in front of the William Peace bench, where the Pacers will trigger it in. With 1:24 to play in the first, it's a 10-9 William Peace University lead. Each team has hit 4 field goals. Neither shooting tremendous percentages, though. 30 and 20% respectively. Inlet pass goes to Walker, but it's smacked away and out of bounds by the defender Hockman. And it goes back to the Pacers underneath their own basket. Ely to trigger it in. She wanted Walker in the post. Instead, she's going to have to clear it out to the top of the circle to Susanna Sykes, who puts it on the floor. Chest pass over to the right side. Now it's back in the hands of Ely. Drives left, crosses over to the right, floats up the shot on the baseline, and is called for the travel. Ball goes back to Randolph with 1:01 to play in the first. 10-9, a 1-point Pacer lead here in Raleigh. Hockman crosses the timeline for the Wildcats. Bounce pass on the left wing. McMahon goes to the corner. Back up to McMahon as she dribbles from left to right, now defended by Mercer of the Pacers. Floats a pass over the defense to the right side where Hockman tries to go back up top to McMahon, and it's smacked away. Ely with the steal for the Pacers, driving, banks it in for 2, and the foul. The Randolph bench thought perhaps it would have been a charge. Ely came in with a full head of steam, gets the bucket to go, and the Wildcats commit their 6th team foul of this first quarter. It's 12-9. Ely with a chance to tack on another with 35 seconds to play in the primary frame. Hits the back of the rim and careens in to make it 13-9. McMahon checks out of the contest for Randolph. In comes Lauren Moore again, the junior from Silver Spring, Maryland. Hockman will run the point, brings it across midcourt. Jessica Boney for Randolph, gets it on the left wing, takes a deep 3, rolls in and out, rebounded by Randolph, and they go back inside. It's Moore on the baseline. Picks up her dribble, well defended by Erickson, can't get the shot off, and they go around to the right side where the shot is off the front of the rim, rebounded, and the putback is good. That was Hockman on the board and the follow. As time is expiring in the first quarter of play, the Pacers had trouble getting that inbound pass in. By the time they finally found Ely, the clock hit 0, and it's 13-11. A 2-point Pacer lead after 1 quarter of play. And man, that's kind of ugly performances offensively for both of these teams, but maybe just really great defensive showings from the Wildcats and your William Peace University Pacers. 13-11. The Pacers 5 of 22 from the field. They're 0 of 6 from 3. Randolph, meanwhile, 5 made shots also, but they've only taken 15, so they're now shooting 33.3%. And they've hit, or excuse me, they're at 5 of 16 rather. So shooting just over 30%, and they've hit 1 of 4 3-point shot attempts. Randolph only averages 8 3-point shot attempts a game. They've already taken 4 here, so they're on track to double their attempts from 3-point land. Pacers winning the rebounding battle by a fairly large margin, 18-11 in that category. As we've only had 1 lead change. Wildcats jumped on the Pacers early, and William Peace has taken the lead since and kept it, though it's just at 2 points, 13-11. So we reset the clock for the second period. Add another 10 minutes and start counting down. Mercer receives the inbound pass for the Pacers and crosses midcourt. Ely on the right side now with it. Defended by Samuels. Goes down to the baseline. Cassidy Clark had a great game last night against Mid-Atlantic Christian. They swing it around on the elbow. Mercer drives left side, steps through a couple of defenders, lays it in for 2, and is going to get the foul as well. And it's called on Taylor Samuels. So Mercer now with a chance at a three-point play. Pacers doing a great job finishing at the rim through contact. Mercer's free throw hits the right side of the rim and rolls in after spinning around the inner part of the rim a few times. 16-11, 5-point Pacer lead. Randolph working it around the perimeter, up top to Hockman. To Moore for the long two, skied it over the rim, and it's rebounded by Sykes, who had good position on her defender. Mercer gets across midcourt, goes to the right wing where Ely drills the three. It rolls in and makes it an 8-point lead for the Pacers. 19-11 with 9:05 to play in the first half. Moore in the right corner. Now inside as banging down low is Alexis Callaway. She gets that bucket to fall, banks it in for two, and makes it 19-13 Pacers lead. Sykes gets a screen off the ball, wide open three from the left wing. It's well over the rim and rebounded by Cassidy Clark, so the Pacers retain possession and clear it out to Tyler Mercer at the midcourt line. Right side, Ely, pump fake to get her defender in the air. Puts up the shot, but I think Samuels got a piece of that one. It's an air ball. Could have been a Samuels block. On the other end, Randolph misses the layup, and it's smacked out of bounds. Last touch by the Pacers. Jessica Boney, the one pushing the tempo for the Wildcats there. And Randolph will toss it in from underneath their own basket. 8:21 to play until the break. Bounce pass underneath. Shot again by Callaway, and this time she's going to get fouled. It went off the back of the rim and out, but Callaway will get a couple of free throws. Following the shooting foul, 8:17 to play in the second quarter. Callaway's free throw hits hard at the back of the rim and bounces off of the backboard and out. So she misses the front end. Randolph still trailing by 6. Too strong on the second as well. Strong rebound by Walker. And the Pacers now clear it out. The outlet pass to Mercer, who walks it up the floor. Left elbow, Clark fakes a pass underneath and elects to go back up to Mercer. Right side, Walker drives, can't get the bank shot to fall from the block. And it's rebounded by Randolph. Moore puts up the floater off the front side of the rim. Rebound obtained finally in that far left corner by Randolph. They go back underneath. Morris can't get the shot to fall. She banked it and it fell off of the front side of the rim. Rebounded by Ely with the Pacers. 7:39 to play in the second. 19-13 lead for William Peace. Pass to the left wing. Nearly stolen away, but reeled in just as she tiptoed the sideline. Clark reels it in, drives to the basket. Shot is off the backside of the rim, and the rebound is knocked out of bounds by Randolph. So Pacers will have the ball under their basket. They lead by 6, 7:24 to play in the second quarter. Nadine Ely to trigger it in. Left wing, Sykes wide open. Rims out off the back of the iron. 7:18 to play, boarded by Hockman. She clears the pass all the way up the floor, and Morris misses the layup again. Pacers with the board, and they're going to push it up the floor. Ely, the layup, softly off the top of the glass. Just rims out, and Ely's going to be fouled. So Ely with a couple of free throws on the way. 19-13. 7:08 to play in the second as Ely's first free throw hits the front of the rim, thuds, and rolls out. So the lead remains at 6. Ely leading the way so far. She's got 8 points for the Pacers. Second is off the back of the iron as well, so she's now 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Hockman at the top of the circle for Randolph. Crosses up. Mercer going to the left. 3-point shot attempt. Buried by Jennifer Weigel, the freshman from Mechanicsville, Virginia. Gets her first bucket of the game. and reels it within one score, 19-16 Pacers. Michaela Ray for William Peace. Cutting, receives the pass from Mercer. Beautiful play and set up for William Peace to get the easy two-point basket. 21-16 now the lead with 6:26 to play in the half. Pass over to Morris in the right corner. She drives, puts up the shot. It rolls in and out, but charging is the call as Michaela Ray defensively draws the foul. Pacers now have it back. Ely and Mercer walk the ball up the floor. Mercer taking her time, finally gets across half court to Walker in the right corner, back up to Mercer. Sykes on the left wing, goes on the block. Ely hits a cutting Michaela Ray, whose shot is swatted away by Callaway, and the Randolph College Wildcats now with it. Hockman at the top of the circle, goes to the left side. That's Lauren Moore, down into the corner and back up to Moore on the wing. Now trying her luck on the block, and as the pass comes inward to Callaway, Michaela Ray will commit the foul, and Randolph will toss it in underneath their own basket. Inbound pass wide open on the right block is Morris. Or Harris, rather. Excuse me. Corin Harris gets the bank shot to go in for two. And it's 21-18, the lead for the Pacers. Mercer sends a pass to the left side as the Pacers swing it into that corner to Nadine Ely, all the way to the other side of the floor. Mercer drives. Ely for three. Buries it. Nothing but net from the left wing. As Ely sends a grin to the Pacers bench after giving the Pacers a 6-point lead. She gets the steal there, knocks it away. I think the steal technically will go to Walker, who sends it up the floor to Mercer, laying it in for two, 26-18. Nice little run for the Pacers with 5 minutes to play until halftime. Mercer smacks it away from Hockman, but she reels it back in. Hockman gets the pass over to the left side. Now it's in the corner to Harris. She hits Hockman cutting in the middle of the floor, who can't get the layup to fall. Rebounded by Randolph, though. Callaway backing down her defender on the right block. Shot is up, and it rolls off the backside of the rim. Rebounded by Walker, and the Pacers now with it. Outlet pass to Mercer. Nobody covers her at the top of the circle, so she goes ahead and takes the three. Off back of the rim, Walker with the rebound. And as her hand is tied up, she uses the other to try and put up the shot, and is going to be fouled. So Whitney Walker will go to the line to shoot a pair. Pacers up 8, 26-18 with 4:29 to play until halftime. As the Pacers are going to get a quick 30-second timeout here. Nadine Ely leading the way. She's in double figures already with 11 points for the Pacers. She averages just under 14 per game. Mercer has 9 for William Peace, 4 for Michaela Ray, and 1 each for Whitney Walker and Hannah Erickson. Meanwhile, the scoring for Randolph a little more evenly distributed. Corin Harris has 4, Weigel and Rosari with 3, and then 2 each for Johnson, Callaway, Hockman, and Moore. So 7 players on the board for the Wildcats, but only 1 with 4 points. 3-point shot attempt from the Pacers, misses from the left corner, and as Ray grabs the long rebound, she loses her footing and slips, so the traveling violation gives it back to the Pacers, or excuse me, the Wildcats. Rosari dribbles into the front court for the Wildcats. She gets it over to the right wing, driving, right side, puts up the floater from the elbow. It's off the front side of the rim, boarded by Ray, and the Pacers jog across the floor from right to left to run the offense. Sykes on the left wing, overhead pass back to Mercer at the top of the circle. Tries the right side, nothing doing there as it goes back to Mercer at top. Ely on the right, up top to Sykes. Now around on the baseline to Michaela Ray. Gives it to Mercer, 3 on the shot clock. Mercer drives and is going to be fouled as she puts up the shot right at the free throw line. She's stepping into the USA South logo there in the paint. And Mercer is going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws with the Pacers leading by 8, 3 minutes, 42 seconds until halftime. Mercer's first off the front of the rim and out. Looking to make her way into double figures scoring. 4 of 10 from the field. That makes her 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Her second up and in, nothing but net. So that gives her 10 on the night. 3:40 to play until half. It's a 9-point Pacer lead. Deja Johnson back in at point for the Wildcats. Sends a pass to the right wing where she's got Rosario. Back up to Johnson, defended by Mercer. Fakes a pass over her head, drives left side. And there's a whistle. It's going to be a foul called on Whitney Walker of the Pacers. So Randolph to send it in from the baseline. Callaway on the inbound pass goes to the right corner. Lauren Moore can't find anything inside, so she goes back up top to Johnson. To the right wing. Moore drives, pulls up from about 15 feet, and it clangs off the rim. Rebounded by Jade Grant of the Pacers. And into the front court they go. Mercer swings it around. Right wing is Jade Grant. Spin move on her defender, Harris. Sends a pass in to Walker, who turnaround jumper from about 10 feet. Hits the far side of the rim and out. Walker struggling to put the ball in the basket so far. Rosario on the other end for Randolph. They go inside. Callaway wide open. The backdoor pass. And she banks it in for 2. 27-20. Pacers lead. 2:39 to play in the second frame. Mercer for the Pacers. Goes to Ely. Too much room as she sends the three-point shot up, and it's off the right side of the rim. Ugly three-point miss by Nadine Ely, rebounded by the Wildcats. Now in transition, they go underneath. Callaway bumps her defender Ray away, puts up the shot, gets her own rebound on the miss, and elects to go back out to Johnson, who drives left baseline, kicks it out to the right wing. Rosari's three-point shot attempt is strong off the far side of the rim, but Callaway with another Randolph board. Up to the top of the key now. Moore, backdoor pass, bounces it underneath to Callaway, who's wide open, and banks it in for 2. 27-22 now. The Pacers lead dwindling here as it's back to 5, under 2 to play until the halftime break. Grant from the right wing crosses her defender, Harris, and takes it on the left side of the basket, puts up the shot, and is fouled. So the call on Harris. It's the 6th team foul for Randolph here in the second quarter with 1:48 on the clock. Grant's first free throw falls through to make it 28-22, a 6-point Pacers lead. Substitutions all over. Darian Thornton, the senior center from Christiansburg, Virginia, makes her way in for the first time tonight for Randolph. Grant's second. Hits back of the net and careens through to make it 29-22. On the other end, Deja Johnson trying to dribble through her legs, almost loses it. And instead, they go up top. Pass swatted away by Grant, though, eventually reeled in by that Sykes on the steal. Pacers now with it. She hands off to Mercer, who's going to wait on her teammates to set up the offense. Right wing is Jade Grant. Plenty of room to shoot the three if she wants it, but instead she goes up top to Ely. Dribbles, picks up at the top of the key. Spin move, puts up the shot in traffic. It's off the back of the rim. Strong rebound there by Thornton. And the Wildcats now with it. Rosario on the left wing. Floats a pass up top to Johnson. Right corner. Long jumper from the hand of Taylor Samuels. Is off the far side of the rim. Rebounded by Erickson, and the Pacers have it. Under a minute now to play, and there's going to be an offensive foul off the ball on Susanna Sykes. It's the 4th team foul on the Pacers with 52.1 seconds on the clock in second quarter. 29-22, Pacers lead it by 7. They put up 89 last night as Johnson drives right side. Sneaks a pass underneath to the post, and they go back out where Johnson has it, top of the circle. Pump fake to get her defender in the air. Dribbles in once to the free throw line, puts up the jumper, and it's off back iron, rebounded by Mercer for the Pacers. Mercer goes to the right wing. Ely puts up the three-point shot. Almost gets stuck between the rim and the backboard as the rebound attempt is knocked out of bounds. Ruling is that it was last touched by a Randolph player. So now Ely will trigger it in from just in front of the Randolph bench. And the Pacers with 17 seconds and counting left in the second quarter run the offense to Grant on the left wing. She's defended by Johnson. Looking for Erickson underneath, up top to Sykes. 5 on the clock. Mercer, the long three, banks it in from the wing as time will expire in our first half of play. 32-22, the three-point shot from Tyler Mercer gives her 13 on the night and gives William Peace its first double-digit lead, 32-22 at the break. I'm going to take a quick timeout with him as I have yet to do so, even through the quarter break between the first and second. But it's a 10-point lead for the Pacers. I'll be back with first half stats here in just a moment. Darren Vaught with you on the Pacers Sports Network. 32-22. Pacers lead the Randolph College Wildcats at halftime here at Herman Athletic Center. You're listening and watching the Pacers Sports Network. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. 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 Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up.
Welcome back to the Herman Athletic Center. Darren Vaught with you on the Pacers Sports Network. About 8 minutes until we resume play for the third quarter of action. It's a 10-point Pacer lead at the break, 32-22, following the banked-in three-pointer from Tyler Mercer. As time expired in quarter number 2, she leads the way for the Pacers with 13 points. That's just above her season average, or excuse me, maybe just a little lower. She averages 13.2 per game. The freshman out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, an integral part of the Pacers' early success this season. They sit at 3-2 on the year. Big win over Mid-Atlantic Christian last night. Matter of fact, a 34-point win. And they'll look to maybe not do the exact same, but the W part they would like to replicate tonight in Raleigh. 32-22 at halftime. I mentioned Mercer's 13 points. She has 3 assists and 0 turnovers to go with that. Very efficient play for the Pacers point guard. She's 5 of 11 from the field, 1 from 3. So that was her first made shot from beyond the three-point line. 11 points for Nadine Ely on 4 of 10 shooting. She's 2 of 4 from three-point land. Also has 5 rebounds and 2 steals to go with that. 4 points for Michaela Ray, the reigning USA South Conference Rookie of the Week. She's 2 of 4 from the field. Also 7 rebounds underneath the basket for Ray to go along with her 4 points. 2 points and 2 rebounds, as well as a steal for Jade Grant on a couple of free throws. 1 point each for Whitney Walker and Hannah Erickson. Walker and Susanna Sykes struggling a little bit from the field. Walker 0 of 6, Sykes 0 of 4, all 4 from three-point land. Sykes, though, with 5 rebounds, Walker with 6 respectively. Hannah Erickson in 5 minutes of play. That 1 point I mentioned, a couple of rebounds, a block, and a steal. So a good defensive presence underneath the basket for the Pacers in the form of Erickson so far in our first 20 minutes of play. For the Randolph College Wildcats, not a player in double figures, although I mentioned in the pregame that they do not have a player averaging 10 points or more this season. They've got a couple of players in that 9-point area, including Corin Harris, who has 4, and Taylor Samuels, who has been kept at bay. She's only taken 1 shot. She averages 9.8 per game and leads the Wildcats in scoring, and she's 0 of 1 from the field and has not scored yet. She's got 2 fouls, so she got into foul trouble a little early for the Wildcats and has had to sit a little bit, but she still has been on the floor more than any other player for Randolph. She's played 15 minutes so far. They've got a lot of players that they like to get into the game. As a matter of fact, Coach Kendall has already played 12 players for the Wildcats. Alexis Callaway leading them in scoring so far. 6 points to go with her 8 rebounds on 3 of 6 shooting. Corin Harris, I mentioned her 4 points. She's got a couple of steals, a couple of rebounds, but she does sit at 3 personal fouls, so she will likely be sitting at the open of the second half. If not, she'll be in trouble if she gets another foul early. 3 points apiece for Rosari and Weigel. They each hit a big shot from deep, and then 2 for Johnson, Hockman, and Moore, all respectively. Samuels, Boney, McMahon, Gallagher, and Thornton among those who have played minutes for the Wildcats and are yet to score, although the other ones 2, 5, 4, and 1 minute apiece. Samuels, 15 minutes on the floor, and she's only 0 of 1 from the field. Pacers doing a good job of keeping the Wildcats' leading scorer at bay. So we've got about 3.5 minutes until we get started again. For quarter number 3, it's a 10-point Pacer lead, 32-22, here at Herman Athletic Center on the campus of William Peace University in Raleigh, North Carolina. Darren Vaught with you on the Pacer Sports Network. Stay with us. Quarter number 3 coming up.
Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up.
And welcome back, Pacers Sports Network. The Lady Pacers in action. They lead it by 10 at halftime as we get set to restart play and begin quarter number 3. Darren Vaught with you here on the Pacers Sports Network. William Peace ended the first half on an 11-4 run, and they will begin the third quarter with possession as Ely, Mercer, Walker, Sykes, and Ray back into the contest for the Pacers. Pass over to the right wing to Whitney Walker. They swing it around. Mercer from the left wing. She hit the bank three-point shot as time expired in quarter number 2, but that one's off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Randolph College, and coast to coast after the board goes Taylor Samuels. Can't get the layup to go, but the board and the putback from Camille Gallagher makes it 32-24. 9:30 to play in quarter number 3. Mercer defended by Deja Johnson. Sends a pass to Walker on the left wing. They swing it around. Back in the hands of Mercer on the right side. This time Johnson's there to cover up and prevent the three-point shot from happening. Mercer at the top of the circle. Goes right side. Sykes for 3. She's now 0 of 5 as that one rims out and rebounded by Callaway. Randolph with the ball. Johnson almost has it stolen away by Mercer. That one time tries a pass underneath, and it's stolen by Nadine Ely. In transition, 2-on-1. Mercer on the left side of the floor. Passes to Ely, who lays it in softly with her right and makes it 34-24. Pacers with the lead, 8:48 to play in quarter number 3, and Mercer at midcourt is going to commit the touch foul to stop play for just a short moment as Samuels sends in the inbound pass for Randolph. She finds Johnson to run the offense. Johnson dribbles through her legs, picks up her dribble. Defended by Mercer. Three-point shot attempt from the left side by Gallagher. Air ball and bounces out of bounds to give it back to William Peace. 8:37 to play in quarter number 3 as Mercer will run the O. Over to the right wing now is Susanna Sykes. Overhead pass. She hits a cutting Nadine Ely, who drives, tries to send a pass into Michaela Ray, but she's swallowed up by a few defenders and fouled ultimately by Samuels. They're going to give it to her on the shot, it looks like, which is an interesting decision. It looked to me like Ely was trying to sneak a pass underneath to Ray, but she'll get a couple of free throws as the first hits the front of the rim and rolls around before bouncing out. Samuels checks out of the contest. That's her third foul. First team of the third quarter for Randolph. Ely's second free throw, a little higher arcing. Hits the front of the rim and rolls in to make it 35-24, an 11-point Pacers lead. 8:19 to play in the third. Sykes defending the ball handler Hockman on the left wing. Hockman dribbles up top, picks it up, goes underneath to Gallagher, who almost loses her handle. Passes from block to Callaway, who shoves her defender Ely to the floor before driving to the basket, and Callaway's going to be charged with the offensive foul as the clock stops at 8 minutes, 8 seconds in the third quarter. Pacers by 11. Mercer into the front court to Sykes on the right wing. Up top is Ely. Back to Mercer on the left side, and up top and around. Ely, baseline, long two for Michaela Ray. She buries it, nothing but net. Smooth shot by Ray to make it a 13-point lead for the Pacers. Johnson, wasting no time on the other end, has her pass deflected and stolen away by Sykes. The Pacers now with it and pushing. Mercer dribbles left. Tries to dump in a pass to Michaela Ray underneath. And it sails out of bounds to give it back to Randolph College. 7:33 to play in quarter number 3. 37-24. Pacers with the advantage. Rosari into the front court. Now they go underneath to Callaway. Her shot's blocked by Walker as Sykes reels it in and gets the outlet pass to Mercer. On the other end of the floor, Mercer, right wing, Ely, wide open, thinks about the three. Knew she had time to get it off and shakes her head as she hesitated, but goes back up top to Mercer to run the offense, who hits a step back two from just inside the three-point line and makes it 39-24, under 7 to play in quarter number 3. Underneath the basket now, Gallagher's going to get a shot off. Not a good one, but it turns out she was fouled. That's going to be called against Whitney Walker of the Pacers, stopping the clock at 6 minutes, 50 seconds. Gallagher's first free throw rolls in as Walker will sub out of the contest for the Pacers. That's her second personal foul. She's the first Pacer with more than one foul on the night. Second free throw from Gallagher off back iron, rebounded by Michaela Ray, and the Pacers now with it in the front court. Ely drives to the elbow where Ray's jumper is off the back of the rim, boarded by Gallagher, who nearly lost her balance but got the pass over to Johnson. Top of the key, Johnson picks up her dribble, defended by Mercer. Goes to the circle on the right side. Gallagher's shot rolls in and out. Michaela Ray with the rebound. On the other end, Susanna Sykes from the left side lays it in for two, assisted by Clark in transition, and it's 41-25 with 6:10 left in the third. Rosari cutting around a defender, has her shot blocked by Ray, but reels it back in and hands off to Callaway, whose two-point shot attempt is off the front of the rim. Rebound obtained by Randolph, and as Rosari comes down with it, Nadine Ely's going to commit the foul. It's the third team foul on the Pacers in this quarter. Inbound pass goes to Rosari. Step back on the long two. Ely reels in the rebound off the left side of the rim, pulling it away from Gallagher. Bounces it over to Mercer. Back to Ely. Left wing. Thinks about the three. Gets her defender in the air. Has it knocked away, and it's stolen by Johnson. And as Johnson reels it in, some body contact there with Susanna Sykes as Sykes is called with the foul. So now Sykes has two. That personal foul on Nadine Ely was her second. And the Pacers with 4 team fouls with 5:35 to play in the third quarter. Randolph swings it around to the left wing, and there's going to be an offensive foul call off the ball. It's called on Callaway, trying to shove her defender around in the post. And that gives it back to the Pacers. Deja Cheatham enters the game for the first time tonight. She'll give Susanna Sykes a breather. Mercer and Cheatham in the backcourt as Mercer dribbles across midcourt to Ely on the left wing. Tosses it up to Ray, who tries to dribble and has it stolen away by Hockman in transition. Hockman has it taken away by Ely and hits the floor, but Deja Cheatham ends up with it in her hands. Ultimately, it's rolled out of bounds. I think Cheatham's foot, as she reeled it in, was on the line at the baseline, so it'll give it back to the Pacers. So check that, it wasn't Cheatham. It was before she grabbed it. Hockman was on the floor diving for the ball. Maybe she was out of bounds. She'll sub out. Looked to be a little hobbled for the Wildcats. 5:05 to play in the third. Pass to the right wing. Ely drives, kicks out to the elbow where she's got Cassidy Clark. Ely gets it back from Clark, picks up her dribble at the elbow, and it's an offensive 3 seconds call on Michaela Ray. Called for 3 in the lane. Kind of shrugs her shoulders, doesn't like the call, but she's going to deal with it. Rosari into the front court for Randolph. She's defended by Clark. Picks up her dribble, and goes underneath to Johnson, and there's going to be an offensive foul called again. I think that one was called on Moore, and that's foul number 4 for Randolph. Check that, it's going to be called on Johnson. She was pretty upset about the call. As Randolph's going to get a 30-second timeout. 4 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 16-point Pacers lead, 41-25. And it's funny, we're nearing, or we're more than halfway through the third quarter of action, and the Pacers haven't even hit half of the points that they scored last night. This is just a grittier defensive game for both teams. 41-25 as we break the huddle. .447 to play in the quarter. Mercer handling the ball for the Pacers, dribbles up to the top of the circle and goes to Cheatham on the right side. She wanted Cassidy Clark underneath. Doesn't go to Clark, and there's going to be a foul call under the basket as it's charged against Clark. So that gives possession back to Randolph. It's Clark's first foul. She's only played 4 minutes so far tonight. Rosari across the floor. Goes right side. Gallagher back to Rosari for 3, and she shuffled her feet before putting up the three-point shot attempt. It was wide open, but that's going to give it back to the Pacers on the traveling violation. 4:24 to play in quarter number 3. 41-25 Pacers lead as Cheatham and Mercer assemble the backcourt and bring it up the floor for the Pacers. Ely on the left wing, floats it underneath. Michaela Ray up and under, banks it in for 2. Ray makes it 43-25 as the Pacers have their largest lead of the night at 18. Johnson to the right wing. Gallagher back up top to Johnson, who's directing traffic, wants more to cut and be in the lane. Goes over for the three-point shot attempt from the right corner. Mara McCann hit it nothing but net, but it's going to be negated by another traveling violation. I'm not sure what the call was there. I didn't see the signal from the official, but it's back to the Pacers. Right wing is Ely. She goes underneath on the block this time to Cassidy Clark on the right side. Clark pivots, goes out to Cheatham, whose pass is swatted away by Rosari. She picks it up in the front court to McMahon, whose layup attempt is blocked, and Mercer now with it for the Pacers. In transition to Ely, back underneath to Clark, and it's swatted out of bounds. As Lauren Moore recovering on defense there, slows things up, though it's still Pacers ball. Inbound pass. Send up to Mercer, who drives left side, kicks it out to Ely. Very hesitant to take those open threes. Ely drives, and as she pivots, moves her foot that initially was the stationary one. So she's called with the traveling violation, and the turnover gives it to Randolph. Weigel to the right side, back left. Weigel gets a screen off the ball, sends up the three-point shot attempt, and rips the net, and makes it 43-28. Weigel now 2 of 2 from deep on designed plays. The Pacers in on the block to Cassidy Clark. Spins and sends a bounce pass to the left wing to Tyler Mercer. Puts it on the floor and goes right side to Deja Cheatham. Now baseline. Clark with her back to the basket. Goes out to Cheatham again. Three-point shot misses on the right side of the rim. Strong board by Ray. Kicks back out. Mercer for 3 off front of the rim and rebounded by the Wildcats. That was McMahon, and now Randolph in transition. The long two, as it's ruled, on the left corner from Weigel. She buries it, And it's 43-30. Weigel nearly had her third three-pointer, but her foot just on the line as Ely has it for the Pacers on the left wing. 2:07 to play in the third. Ely's layup attempt off the far side of the rim. She gets her own board. No, it's taken away by Moore, and Ely trying to force a jump ball. Commits the foul on the floor. She and Moore were both on the ground. So Ely charged with the push. That's the sixth team foul on the Pacers. And now Lauren Moore is going to get a couple of free throws. Moore, the junior guard, out of Silver Spring, Maryland. She attended Springbrook High School. As the Pacers lead by 13, 43-30, 2:02 left in the third. Moore's first free throw hits the front of the rim and rolls in. So that reels it within 12. 43-31 the lead for the Pacers. And Randolph with no players on the offensive end to rebound. Interesting decision as Moore buries her second and gets it to an 11-point deficit. 43-32, we're under 2 to play in the third. Mercer to the left wing. Sykes, pass is stolen by McMahon. Sykes catches up with her in transition though and is called for the foul as McMahon attempts the layup. So McMahon will have a couple of free throws. McMahon 0 of 2 from the field, including one three-point shot attempt, is yet to score, so she's looking to get on the board for the first time tonight. Blacksburg, Virginia native. McMahon's first free throw is up and sinks through to make it 43-33. Susanna Sykes will check out, and before the second free throw from McMahon, Coach Brandy Smith is going to get a timeout for the Pacers. 1:49 to play in quarter number 3. It's a 10-point lead for William Peace, 43-33. As now both Susanna Sykes and Nadine Ely have 3 fouls for the Pacers. For Randolph, still no player in double figures, but they've had a nice little scoring burst here. Jennifer Weigel is 3 of 3 from the field, 2 of which from 3. The third, it could have been a 3 if not for her foot being forward by about an inch. Her foot was on the line in the left corner there. She leads the way with 8 on 3 shots in 5 minutes of play. Very efficient of Weigel. 6 points for Callaway to go along with her 10 rebounds. 4 players with 3 fouls, though, for the Wildcats, and we've still got more than an entire quarter to play. 1:49 left in the third frame. 43-33. As Mara McMahon looks to put up her second of 2 free throws after the huddles break. That's off back iron, rebounded by Ely. Yet again, no Randolph rebounders there. Mercer in the front court goes right wing to Whitney Walker. Fakes left, drives right. Dumps it off at the elbow to Cassidy Clark, who dribbles once and puts it in for 2. And now Clark's on the board for the first time tonight. She's got 2. Stolen at the wing by Clark on the other end. Pacers. Chest pass to Mercer on the left side. She had numbers, and they score on the 2-on-1 break. Mercer now up to 15 points. Leads all scorers. Johnson picks up her dribble on the left. Weigel again from the corner. That time it's for 3, and it rolls in. She is 4 of 4 from the field. And it's within 11, 47-36. Pacers with it. Chest pass to Grant on the right wing. Back up top to Walker. Mercer on the left wing now with it. 45 seconds to play in the third. Back up top, Jade Grant sends it over to Mercer. She's defended by Rosari, puts it on the floor, sends it right side. Walker with 6 on the shot clock, buries the 3 on the step-back jumper. 50-36, a 14-point William Peace lead. 26 seconds and ticking in the third quarter. Johnson sends a pass all the way across to Gallagher, or McMahon rather. Tries to bank it in from the baseline. It's off the near side of the rim. Mercer in transition, going coast to coast after the rebound, and is going to be fouled on the layup attempt. It's going to be charged to Rosari. And Mercer will be rewarded 2 shots from the free throw stripe. 13.6 seconds is where the clock stops. 50-36. Mercer, number 15, with 15 points so far as she drills her first free throw, nothing but net. And ruins that OCD statistic. She has 16 points now. 7 assists for Tyler Mercer to go along with her game-high 16. Second free throw off the front of the rim. Out. Callaway with the board for Randolph. Tries to save it as she falls away out of bounds, and it's stolen by Ray. 7 on the clock. Mercer out to the right wing. Walker for 3 off the front side of the rim, and rebounded by Harris. Randolph with it, sending it all the way up the floor. No time to get a shot off, though. As we come to the end of the third quarter, it's a 15-point Pacers lead. 51-36. We'll take a quick break as there is a stoppage in the action. 51-36, Pacers with the lead going into the fourth and final frame. Darren Vaught with you on the Pacers Sports Network. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up. Stay tuned. Peace Pacers basketball is coming up.
Quarter number 4 underway here on the Pacers Sports Network. 51-36 Pacers lead. Entering the final frame as Randolph enters the front court. Rosari with a chest pass hard underneath to Callaway. Spins away from her defender and tries to put up the little baby hook. It's off the front side of the rim and out of bounds at the baseline. Last touched by the Wildcats. 9:45 to play. Mercer into the front court for the Pacers. Goes to the right wing. Sykes drives, kicks it out to Michaela Ray, who drives from the right corner through contact, lays it in for 2. And Michaela Ray has herself a double-double. That's her 10th point to go along with 11 rebounds on 5 of 8 shooting. Floating pass underneath to Callaway for Randolph. Can't get the layup to fall. Gets her own board and struggles to get the second one in either. Ely with the rebound for the Pacers. Mercer, chest pass to the right corner. Susanna Sykes, the long 2, rolls in and out. Very tight spin on that ball after it first hit the rim and rebounded by Randolph. McMahon on the right side of the floor sends a pass airmailed over into the Randolph College bench. Her intended target was Jennifer Weigel, who has yet to miss a shot. She's 3 of 3 from deep. For the Wildcats, Pacers with it now. Ely on the left wing, drives, floats in a pass. Ray for 2. Check that, it's Walker on the receiving end of that, who put it in off of the backboard. 55-36, a 19-point lead for the Pacers. Pass into the top of the key. Harris, spin move, puts it up with the nice left and gets it to go. 8:26 left in the game. 55-38 lead for the Pacers. Mercer with it at the top of the circle. Goes right to Sykes, and it's back in the hands of Tyler Mercer. And she'll slow things down and direct some traffic to run the offense for the Pacers. Sykes up top to Ely. Puts it on the floor. She's defended by McMahon. Spins at the top of the key. Sends it out to Susanna Sykes. 5 on the shot clock. The three-point shot rolls in. And Sykes, with her first three, makes it 57-38. Sykes now with 5 on the day. As the foul over on the right side of the floor. And check that, it was ruled a long. Okay, so they clear it up. It was a 3 from Sykes. She's now 1 of 6 from deep. 57-38 as Randolph applying the full court pressure. Inbound pass goes to Sykes near midcourt. She hands off to Mercer as the Pacers break the press. Mercer drives right side. Sends it out to Sykes on the wing. They go across the floor. Walker back to Sykes. Hand off to Mercer. Fakes right, drives left. Ely wide open on the left wing. Bangs in the 3. Check that. Foot was on the line. It's a 2, but it's 59-38. A 21-point lead for William Peace. On the left wing, driving now, right side. Pass out to Johnson for Randolph. The jumper from 15 feet on the right side off the front of the rim. Long rebound, reeled in by Taylor Samuels. Underneath is Harris, who in traffic can't get the shot to fall. It rolls in and out. Harris on the floor, diving for it as it falls out of bounds. She and Walker were both there. And the ruling is going to be that it was last touched by Walker, so Harris will be the one to trigger it in. Finds Samuels in the left corner. Back underneath to Harris. Ely, arms straight up in the air, is going to be called with the foul. She shuffled her feet a little bit. I wonder if there wasn't some contact in the lower body area. Harris hits the shot and will get a free throw to try to complete the three-point play. 59-40 with exactly 7 minutes left on the clock as Harris lines up her first and only free throw. That falls in, nothing but net. To give Randolph 41 points to Peace's 59. Full court press applied from the Wildcats. Pass over to the left side to Mercer. She goes back to the middle of the floor where Walker gets it. Back to Mercer, back to the middle to Walker, and they break it with a chest pass to Susanna Sykes, though she nearly loses her handle and goes back to the top of the circle to Whitney Walker, who hands off to Mercer to reset things. Right wing, Sykes for 3, nothing but net. Sykes has hit 2 from deep in a row, and it's 62-41, back to a 21-point Pacer lead. Johnson picks up her dribble, bounce pass to the top of the key, swatted right back to her by Ray, and a reach-in foul by Mercer. It's going to slow things down as Randolph will throw it in from the sideline. Hockman bounces it to Johnson to get things started. They go to the right side. That's Jessica Boney, drives right side. Nice move to free some space in the lane, but can't get the layup to fall as it hits the bottom of the rim, and no rebound is obtained, though it's knocked out of bounds by Sykes. Looked to be the last one to touch it for the Pacers, and it goes back to Randolph underneath their own basket. 6:17 to play. 62-41 Pacers with the lead. Samuels gets the pass on the left corner. Goes up top, back into the corner is Boney. She tries to drive right side. Ooh, almost got the carry violation. Hits a cutting Hockman, who nearly banks it in. It's a little too strong, but she's going to be fouled. And Hockman will get 2 free throws after the charge to Michaela Ray. As that's Ray's second personal foul, third team foul of the fourth quarter for the Pacers with 6:05 left. Hockman hits her first free throw. Hockman, an 86% shooter from the line. Puts up her second, it's off the back of the rim, and a strong rebound reeled in by Whitney Walker. She gets the outlet pass to Mercer. They send it all the way down the floor, looking for Susanna Sykes on that right wing. She would have been open for 3, but intense defense by Hockman, able to get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds as the Pacers will send it in from in front of their own bench. Sykes goes all the way and floats it up to the backcourt to Mercer. She blows by her defender to Boney. Left wing, Walker goes underneath to the block to Cassidy Clark, back to the basket. Chest pass out front to Tyler Mercer. Dribbles behind her back and goes to the right wing. Sykes back to Mercer, who was running in that direction, and there's going to be a timeout called by the Pacers. Very disoriented William Peace University offensive set there. With 5 minutes and 42 seconds remaining, they lead by 20, 62-42 over the Randolph College Wildcats. Pacers looking to advance to 4 wins with a finish here. They'll toss it in with 7 seconds left on the shot clock as the huddles break. And it's the same 5 for the Pacers, so no subs during that timeout. Still Sykes to send it in to Mercer, accompanied by Walker, Clark, and Ray. Mercer in the front court. 2 on the shot clock. Gets a pass over to Sykes. Long 2 off the back of the rim. It thuds, and the rebound goes down to Randolph. That was Harris. She gets it to Johnson, who drives all the way underneath the basket on the other end to Hockman. 10-footer off back of the rim, rebounded by Ray, and she tosses it ahead to Mercer, who has no one between her and the basket. Left-handed layup makes it 64-42, a 22-point lead. Wasting no time, Randolph gets it to Hockman. On the left side, she drives baseline, sails it over the rim, and it's rebounded by Walker. So now Mercer has it in the front court for the Pacers and will slow things down. Walker on the left wing, drives, goes back up top to Mercer. Wide open underneath is Cassidy Clark on the block. Good eyes by Tyler Mercer. She gets the assist and Clark gets the bucket. That makes it 66-42. Johnson sends a pass to the right side. It's Boney. Takes the long 2 after a lot of hesitation, and it only hits the backboard and falls right into the hands of Sykes. So the Pacers with it with 4.5 to play. They lead by 24, 66-42. Patiently making their way into the front court. Mercer goes to Walker and gets it back at the W of the WPU logo at midcourt. Walker on the left wing, bounces it in. Cassidy Clark, turnaround jumper. Defender may have gotten a hand on it, and it's out of bounds, last touched by the Pacers at the baseline. Gallagher and Weigel will check back into the contest for Randolph. They give Harris and Hockman breathers for the Wildcats as Johnson dribbles into the front court for Randolph. 4:01 and counting. Weigel with it at top. Goes to Johnson, gets a backdoor screen, trying to get Weigel for the three-point shot on the left side of the floor, but it's going to be called an illegal screen. That turns it over. Back to William Peace University. 66-42, Pacers lead. 3:49 left in quarter number 4. Sykes with it on the right wing, floats it in underneath to Hannah Erickson. She's met right under the basket, though, and can't get the shot to fall. Good defense by Randolph. In transition, short jumper from Weigel. She misses for the first time tonight off the back of the rim. The rebound reeled in by Sykes, and she gets the outlet pass to Mercer, who's going to push the tempo as her defender Boney is behind her. Pulls up as she enters the front court and will run some clock off. Driving left side. Tries to find Erickson, who tips the pass intended for her, and it's reeled in the corner by Walker. All the way on the right side now in the post. Michaela Ray dumps it off underneath to Erickson, but it's stolen by Gallagher. And Randolph now with it. They get it to Boney, who dribbles right side on her defender Walker. Picks up her dribble. Looks like she may have used 2 pivot feet there before bouncing a pass underneath to Gallagher. No call on that play, though, and it's a foul underneath the basket on Hannah Erickson. Erickson charged with the foul. That's the 4th team foul this quarter for the Pacers. And Harris quickly checks back into the contest for Randolph, so Coach Kendall wants to go a little bit bigger as Boney subs out of the contest. Harris to trigger it in from underneath the basket. Goes right wing. Weigel sends a hard bounce pass back underneath to Harris, who stumbles as she drives toward the basket and is fouled before the shot attempt on the floor, but either way, in the bonus, so she'll get 2 free throws. She limps a little bit on her way to the free throw line. Clock stopped at 2 minutes, 52 seconds. 66-42 is the William Peace lead. Harris's first of 2 free throws. A line drive off the back of the rim, and no good. Harris has picked it up this second half of play. She has 9 points, 6 boards as she gets the second to fall, gives herself 10 points on the day. Second Wildcat player to reach double figures as Weigel has 11. Pacers break the press with a pass to Susanna Sykes at midcourt, and they get it back to Mercer to run the offense. Mercer's defended by Rosari. Passes left to Ely on the wing, underneath on the block to Erickson. She can't handle the pass, though, as it bounces away from her. She makes a great effort diving, trying to save it from the baseline. Not there quite in time, though, as it goes out of bounds and gives it back to Randolph. 2:30 to play. 66-43 lead for the Pacers. Johnson with it on the right wing for Randolph. Picks up her dribble, goes top of the key. Gallagher has it smacked away, and it's going to be called on Susanna Sykes as there's a whistle. So Sykes' foul there is her 4th. She and Nadine Ely both with 4 for the Pacers. And with them in the bonus, Gallagher will shoot 2 free throws, her first off the back of the rim and out. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to play. 66-43 lead for the Pacers. Gallagher's second rims in and out. Rebound goes down to Mercer, who's going to push it all the way to the end of the floor. There's a foul call. She didn't quite have her wits about her as she was losing her handle, but the foul's going to be called on Rosari of the Wildcats. That's just Randolph's second team foul of this 4th quarter. So the Pacers will send it in from underneath their own basket. Jade Grant to fire in the inbound pass. She goes to the top of the circle to Michaela Ray, who goes to the right with a chest pass. And they swing it back around to the left wing where it's Jade Grant. Dribbles once, looking underneath for Michaela Ray. Nothing doing there. So she sends it across the floor to Ely. Drives, kick out, top of the circle. Mercer for 3. Clangs out, but on the rebound attempt, Clark is going to be fouled by Gallagher. And the Pacers retain possession as we're under 2 minutes to play. 1:54 on the clock. Tyler Mercer checks out of the contest for the Pacers, getting a much-deserved break. She's played 38 minutes. Leads in scoring with 18 points and has 9 assists as well, as there's a foul. Looked like Randolph had the steal, but instead it's going to revert back to the other end of the floor. 4th team foul on the Wildcats. I think it was called on Harris, the penalty. Couple of substitutions. Weigel and Harris check out for Randolph as Grant will send in another inbound pass. She finds Ray on the right wing. Driving, Ray banks it, and it's off the front of the rim and out. Rebounded by Colby Parrott, seeing her first action of the night for Randolph with 1:40 to play. Johnson dribbles left side, goes out to Rosari, gets her defender in the air, dribbles in side of the three-point line, puts up the long 2, no good. Putback attempt by her teammate Darian Thornton is off the mark as well, and rebounded by the Pacers as Ely dribbles behind her back as she crosses midcourt. 1:20 to play. 23-point Pacer lead. Tanae McKenzie with it on the right wing for William Peace. Goes back up top to Grant. Crosses from right to left. Driving. Floats in a pass to Cassidy Clark. Easy 2 as she banks it in off the backboard with 1:05 to play. And it's a 25-point William Peace University lead. Johnson sends a chest pass to the left. Rosari goes all the way to the right and back out now at the top of the key is Gallagher. She drives, has her shot swatted away by Michaela Ray, and it's out of bounds, last touched by Ray and the Pacers. So now a substitution for William Peace. Nadine Ely will check out of the contest, presumably to stay with 51.6 seconds left. Inbound pass, baseline, long two from Gallagher. Air balls just barely grazed the bottom of the net, and the rebound obtained by McKenzie and the Pacers. She's defended in the front court by Rosari, who pickpockets her. Rosari now in the lane, puts up the layup in transition, and she's going to be fouled by McKenzie. Rosari with the steal, and rewarded for her defensive play now with a couple of free throws. 35.5 seconds remaining in the contest as Rosari, not a lot of hesitation, buries the first of two free throws. Few substitutions as Gallagher checks out, Boney in for the Wildcats. McMahon also into the contest for Randolph. Rosari's second free throw falls and makes it a 23-point Pacers lead. They clear the press and get it all the way to the block to Cassidy Clark, who's too strong on the bank shot attempt. Rebound goes down to Rosari, who sends a full court bounce pass down to Boney inside the three-point line, and she picks up her dribble as she is fouled by Cassidy Clark, so Boney will go to the line to shoot two. Clock stops at 22.4. Pacers 68, Wildcats 45. Boney's first free throw, up and in. Her first points of the night, and she becomes the 10th Wildcat to score this evening. Second is in as well. Boney with 2 points to her credit. Makes it 68-47. Pacers still with the lead. 20 seconds and counting. Cassidy Clark with it at midcourt. Dribbles across the timeline. Bounce pass underneath to Cheatham. Really pressing there. 10 seconds on the clock as Randolph gets the steal. Boney in transition. Puts up the floater off the far side of the rim. Rebounded by Thornton and put back in. So Thornton with her first 2 points. As the inbound pass goes to Ray, and time will expire. 68-49 will be your final score. Thornton's 2 made her the 11th Wildcat to put up points for Randolph. Evenly spread attack for the Wildcats, but not enough as they fall by 19 to the hands of the William Peace University Pacers. Majority led, by the way, by Tyler Mercer. 18 points, 9 assists for the freshman point guard. As she was at the center of every play, it seemed, for the Pacers. 16 points for Nadine Ely, 7 rebounds to go with that, 4 steals for Ely as well. 10 points for Michaela Ray to go with 13 rebounds and 2 blocks, 2 steals for Ray as well. 8 points apiece for Whitney Walker, 8 points, and Susanna Sykes. They each had 8 rebounds as well. Cassidy Clark with 6 points, 2 boards, 2 points for Jade Grant in 10 minutes of play, and 1 point for Hannah Erickson in 7 minutes of play. Erickson with 2 rebounds to go with her totals as well. Deja Cheatham and Tanae McKenzie also in the box score, though they did not score for the Pacers. For Randolph, like I said, it was very evenly spread. They had 11 players score, though it's not showing up that way on the live stats. Thornton was the one who delivered that last bucket. Oh, there it is, just now updated. 11 points for Jennifer Weigel on 4 of 5 shooting. She was 3 of 3 from the three-point line and almost 4 of 4 as the one from the left corner, she had her foot on the line. So 11 points for Weigel, 10 for Harris, 6 for Callaway. Rosari had 5, 4 for Moore. Gallagher and Hockman with 3 points apiece. 2 points for Thornton, Johnson, and Boney, and then 1 point for McMahon to round out the scoring for the Randolph College Wildcats. And that'll do it from the Herman Athletic Center here on the campus of William Peace University in Raleigh, North Carolina. Your final score, the William Peace University Pacers get their second win in 2 nights, 68-49 over the Wildcats of Randolph College. I'm Darren Vaught. You've been tuned in to the Pacers Sports Network. So long, have a good night, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.